Hello, welcome to Maasai Nation. My name is Elia.
And I am Evelyn.
Right. We'll be having a dialogue today in regard about do's and don'ts. You should know upon your arrival. Let's say you're visiting to any African culture, and mostly if you're visiting Maasai, if you're going for your safari, um, let's say you're going for volunteering in some parts in Kenya and Tanzania, and also you're going to be a part of a mission project. Let's say you're going to be a pastor, you're going to be doing some sort of a project in any part.
Yeah.
These are some couple of things that you should know,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Yes. So, as we all know, all over the world, there are unwritten guidelines on what is expected of one. These are instructions which have become culture and are passed down from one generation to another.
Yes.
And this is sort of a way that become a part of the daily living.
Yes.
And if we look in Tanzania and Kenya, we do have in Kenya, in let's say like in Tanzania, 120 plus ethnic groups.
Yes.
And also in Kenya is like 44.
Yeah. More than that.
More than that.
Yeah.
So culture is very real.
Yeah.
That means there are some things that you might do and offend people, and there are also some things you might, doing without knowing and make some sort of not a good participation of the different things.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
Or time to be disappointed to yourself,
Right.
disappointment to yourself.
Yeah. That's good. So those are kind of the things that we want you to be aware of.
Yeah.
So one thing is greetings.
Yeah.
So we all know we come from different places, different balls, different cultures, backgrounds, and sometimes we think greetings is not a big of a thing, but when you are going to an African culture, mostly Maasai, think of any sort of ethnic group that you're visiting, greetings is very important.
Very, very important.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why? Because it creates that kind of a connection, and also it introduces that you are a nice person to the people that you're meeting, right?
Yeah.
So it's a very kind of a good way to introduce yourself, showing that you are not really a bad person to these people.
Yeah.
You are such a good friend and all that kind of stuff.
And that is really come from the idea that as a stranger, if you don't say a word, or if you don't talk to people, people will really be scared, like who this person and what this person doing here, like you're in a new environment. So greetings is a very best way to welcome yourself to the community, to the society.
Right.
And by saying that, there are these examples, they normally say that if you pass people without greeting and you go, let's say, a couple miles and face a certain problem or a challenge, you may need help, right? And then it is so hard for you to come back to the people you passed without greeting and asking for help, because they will be like, hey, you just passed us without greeting.
Saying hello. Yeah.
So,
that's right.
they always like greeting as a way to come close to those people.
Right.
Yeah.
So that is how you can see that is very important. And greetings is done by handshaking.
Yeah.
Big percent of the people in these two countries, you got think of any East African countries.
Yeah.
Handshake is a very big thing.
Yeah, they just really shake hands like that.
Yeah.
And then
So
they greet,
it's
they say a word.
appreciated.
Yeah.
And that is a very important.
Yeah.
And then on that regard, I know you cannot just shake hands, but also you should learn some basic Swahili words.
Yes.
Because some of these groups speak Swahili language.
Yes.
So then you should know some few
words like
ujambo,
habari gani.
habari.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So those are some couple of words that you can use, and you can use it for all age sets
Yes.
that you made
Yes.
along the way.
And just to be more specific, they use right hands to shake.
Right.
They don't use left hands.
Yeah.
And this is come from the idea that left hand is normally used for special purpose. You
Yeah.
know, like going to the
It is
bathroom.
kept
and
for, toilet business. And that is
Yeah.
why left hand
It's
is
not
regarded
proper.
that is not very respectful
Yeah.
if you use for greetings.
Yeah.
And not only like for greetings,
Yeah.
you can even you are paying something,
Yeah.
right? Let's
Or you are
say
handing something to
handing
someone.
something to
They
somebody.
prefer to
Yes,
use right
it's
hand.
better to use the right hand.
Unless you are really very left-handed person.
Like you got a lot of stuff holding it.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, yeah, but not in the first place handing things on the left side.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of things.
Yeah.
Another thing, you should dress decently.
Yes.
Yeah. We
Dress
mean
properly.
that for you who are visiting these communities,
Mhm.
we do have a way how this age set dress.
Mhm. Yes.
For women, you should have at least that a comfortable clothes to yourself that
Mhm.
cover your shoulders and at least the knees,
Yeah.
and all the other stuff for yourself
Yeah.
kept on that way.
Yeah.
So that is something that is very good for you to be aware of.
Yeah, and just to add on top of that is like you have a skirt at least below your knees or
Mhm.
even above your knees, but close to your knees is a good way of dressing. And yeah, they are very Maasai elderly specifically. They are very strict about dressing code. Like if you really wear clothes that are not acceptable in the community,
Yeah.
you may face some challenges.
Yeah.
Let's say just you walk into the community with bikini, like a clothes that
Oh,
is
yeah.
very like
That's
close
a
to
big
naked
no-no.
is
Yeah.
really a big no-no because
Yeah.
people
And I get used to that.
are not used to that.
Right.
So they normally dress up and cover their body. So to dress in a way that is very disposable, it is not very
Respectful.
respectful. Yeah.
Yes. So please consider all that.
Yeah.
And also asking for permission when you are taking photos.
Yes.
I know we all get tempted,
Yeah.
seeing something very cute, seeing something that very nice, think something that, oh yeah, I should get this moment.
Yeah.
It's better that to have a permission
Mhm.
and that create, just to not create that idea of saying there are some negative of taking photos
Yes.
of strangers, which is, it applies to all of us, right?
Yes.
Think about yourself, somebody is taking photos of you.
Of you without permission.
Right, just
What
from
do you think?
nowhere.
You'll be like,
Yes.
where is this person taking
Right.
my photos?
Yeah.
My
So
pictures, yeah.
it never be something that is polite, also is not something good, especially, you think of the people going for safaris, they had huge cameras and carrying noises and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah. And what do you think, like, people think is so much like negative?
I
and
do
wrong?
believe that there are different ideas. Some
Mm.
people think like when someone take your photos, they are going to sell them
Right.
without my permission. I
Mhm.
don't know, sell it to who.
Right.
You may really have a good idea just to have memories on your own of the safaris that you had in Africa, but it's always good to create a friendship way and take those photos and share with them, show them the pictures. If even you can even print some and leave with them, they will more appreciate.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
if you can't do that, show them on the camera that this is
Right.
a picture I took and I'm going to
Uh-huh.
have for myself.
Right, show my friends,
For my
show
memories,
my
or show my
families.
family too,
Yeah,
that I've
definitely.
met
They
people
wanna
in
have-
Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah, so people have different idea like why
Mhm.
should we take any photos
Right.
with people? Where are they taking these photos?
Right.
Yeah,
So it's a very good thing
to
have
ask
sort of-
permission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About that.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing is most of display of affection in public. I think this has to do, is good for you who are from a different
Culture.
yeah
Yeah.
culture background, in terms of it is okay for you to have those things in public.
Yeah.
In Maasai, no,
Yeah.
we do not. We take that as a private thing for yourself.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean we don't love our wives,
Mhm.
or it doesn't mean we don't love our our partners and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But it's just more like is the private thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Just to insist on that part is that love relationship in the Maasai community is very private. Like they keep very private, right?
Right. Yeah.
So disposing your love in public is not very common. To the point that if they have these two main genders, male and female.
Right.
So they are there and they have they keep things very private, like very private. So the world is changing and every culture have their own way of living, and people now they have partners of the same gender.
Right.
And that is something that can cause some issues in the Maasai society because they are not familiar of people with the same gender having being partners.
Right.
So it's a good idea for people to know that you do not have to really do anything in the public regarding to your private
Right. Just
life.
keep it private.
Yeah, keep it private for your
You
own
guys,
safety and for your own.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
It
it's
is-
a good idea to keep within you
Yeah.
and just stay casual friends in public, and then
Yeah. Just respect
Yeah.
the elders, respect,
Yeah.
the culture, and also, have a sense of human, not
Yeah.
just like I'm going to this village, and don't make it go like you are going to the zoo,
Yeah.
Go to a place and then, bring some great impact to this, enjoy that way,
Yeah.
help if you can, because anything that will be offered in there, let's say food, jewelries, these are actually made. So when
Yeah.
you contribute to these communities, you are really helping them.
Yeah.
And that is really very kind of a good thing to you.
Yeah.
It does not even cost a lot of money that
Yeah.
you can think of.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just be a nice human being, as we all stand on that. So
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So-
And yeah, Maasai people in general is a famous tribe, it's a famous ethnic group, but they are really very calm and courageous, and they are the people who have retained their culture and their
Right.
tradition and their
Right.
lifestyle. So they appreciate when you value what you see
That's
and
right.
respect it the
Right.
way it is.
Right.
Yeah, so it's always good to live accordingly
Right.
and ask you what you don't know, and yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
And that is, even also let's think about things like if you're volunteering and you're working with the different people, even when you talk to them, do not raise your voice.
Yeah.
They say you get used to that as your own culture, right?
Yeah.
So when you're working with these people, do not raise your voice, because sometimes think like you are yelling to them a little bit,
Yeah.
but for you, you are taking it as a way of talking,
Yeah.
but it might be interpreted as a negative kind of a way.
Yeah.
So it's good for you to just
Keep your volume down
that-
and talk
yeah,
in a
keep it
calm
normal,
way.
yeah, and talk to people in a nice way, I guess.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's a kind of a balance of it, because sometimes we come across to the things of commanding words,
Yes.
which is are not polite in other languages. So it's good that to have someone that will be guiding you, or maybe some things like that. It's better to ask them what are the better ways, or what are the things I should know prior to meet with this
Yeah.
sort of a group.
Because they can really be
Yeah.
very friendly, but it also depends how you present yourself to them.
Yeah,
If you present yourself to them in a very respectful way, they will do the same to you exactly.
right.
Yeah.
So enjoy. There's a good foods, and there's a lot of things that I'm sure you will be, you will enjoy while you are there.
Yeah.
So
We can actually talk a little bit about food.
right. So on that means that even when you are
Okay.
offered the food, you should not really like sniff the food in the, the whole
In
food.
the gathering, yeah.
Right, on the
Yeah.
gathering they say there's a food brought there on the table, you're like, oh wow, this smells so good, I gotta go smell it
Yeah.
and put your, smell is not polite.
Yeah.
It's better you wait.
Yeah.
Put
Until
in
you
your
get your
portion
own
that you
portion,
want,
and you can
then
smell
you can
from
smell,
there.
but instead of just like run to the, and can't do that. It's not some sort of a polite way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We eat very organic home, like
Right.
everything is fresh, right?
Yeah.
Like we milk cows and get fresh milk and
Mhm.
boil them
Yeah.
and drink, and we do not process food most of the time. We
Yeah.
eat food from the farm straight by cooking fresh and eat. So
Right.
there are yummy stuffs there.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
enjoy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that is really what we have for you.
Yeah.
Things you should consider when you are visiting, when you are, in there for your certain kind of
Feast.
bucket list things that you want to do
Yeah.
in any African country. So
Yeah.
those are a couple of things that
And as we said, we are talking particularly about Maasai
Right.
society, but trust me, these rules apply most of African cultures.
Yeah.
They apply most of them, like to show that kind of, like, appreciate what you see there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. So I think that's what we have for you today.
Yeah.
And
Leave a comment.
leave a comment and
uh,
subscribe.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Leave your opinion. We will
Yeah.
read and
What do you
we
think?
will
Yeah.
get back to you.
Right.
Yeah.
So
And
thank you.
As we
and-
mentioned today, before, this is a continuation of our videos
Mhm.
talking about our Maasai society and culture, tradition. So
Yeah.
stick with us.
So thank you. See you
Peace.
till the next time.
Mhm.